An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. This is a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was a person who lived his life with peaceful protest and demonstrated how force and violence is needed to enact change. If one was to learn how this man led his life, it would surely help them better their own life in the future. Okay. So I'm not a history major or anything like that, but I am a biology major, so I have a little bit of background in extensive research, and I did a lot of research with Gandhi and how he lived his life, so that is why you should believe me. So, so Mahatma Gandhi was able to change the world through the way he lived his life, his actions in general, and his basic ideology with everything. So today we're going to be going over the life of Mahatma Gandhi and what he used in order to impact the world in a positive way. Right, so first, we'll be discussing how he lived his life and basically when he died and when he was born. Okay, so according to Contemporary Heroes and Heroines from Volume 1 in the Gale textbook, Gandhi was born on October 2nd, 1869, and was born in Porbandar, India. And his real name is Mohandas, but it's also known as Mahatma Gandhi. And he was an Indian activist who advocated nonviolence and tried to go through everything in a peaceful way, pretty much. So his main goal was to create an independent Indian nation separate from the British government, and he was unfortunately assassinated on January 30th, 1948. Let's see. Now that you understand where Gandhi came from and his general background and everything, we're going to take a quick look at his actions and see exactly what he did. So basically, the British government, they had a huge monopoly on the salt companies and everywhere like that. So basically, they had a huge monopoly on salt, pretty much. And Gandhi wanted to demonstrate in the Salt March of 1930. He was trying to demonstrate that by doing a peaceful protest where he led a bunch of people, and he brought them and walked all the way from, he walked all the way from somewhere in India to the Indian Ocean and went to collect the salt there themselves. So basically, this was a way to demonstrate that the British government had a big monopoly on salt, and eventually he went from March to April, and he was the first person to pick up a scoop of salt. This led to a wave of protests and everywhere around India. Let's see. So Gandhi lived a life where he dressed the lowest of the low, meaning he dressed like the common man, and this led to people seeing him as a religious person with political ideologies rather than a political person with religious ideologies. So that gave him more credibility. The only people that were really against him were the religious divisions between the Hindus and the Muslims that plagued India. This is from Historic World Leaders. That's where I got the information from. Let's see. Oh, and also for the Salt March, I got that information from Human and Civil Rights by Adrienne Wilmoth. Okay, now that you see the actions that Gandhi took to improve the world, we're going to take a quick look at his ideologies. So he was an Indian nationalist and a spiritual leader, and he led India's struggle for independence versus Great Britain. He was a person who advocated passive resistance and civil disobedience, and used boycotts to push social reforms. And his basic belief, or his main belief, was that if you wanted to enact change, you have to do it through passive resistance. So in order to conclude, I would like to clarify that Mahatma Gandhi lived a life of peaceful and gentle revolution, and that today we basically reviewed the life of Mahatma Gandhi and looked at how his actions and ideologies impacted the world and how it influenced everybody else as well. Okay, now that you know that the incredible life that this man lived, I would like to implore you to practice nonviolence in your own life and see how you can change everything in your own way. Thank you.